What's going on, YouTube? Chili Sports Cards. Today, going to be opening up this Bowman Jumbo 1989. Looking for the Griffey rookie. There he is right there on the box. A little bit of fading. I got this box on the Bbce. It's a baseball card change. I've never opened them this way. I've always opened the wax packs. I've had a couple sealed sets. The best I ever got on a grade on a Griffey was a SGC 9.5. I got a tag order that's out right now, and it should be done really soon. I should be getting those back sometime within the next week or so. The cards haven't even been graded yet. They're close, I think, but it just hasn't happened yet. So how many cards is it? I think 16 cards. 16 cards. There is a Bowman Griffey in it. This is one of my favorite products to open. I just think it's an undervalued Griffey rookie compared to, his other rookies. I know that there's the Tiffany that kind of holds it back a little bit as far as value, but yeah. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and start getting into these. I figured that, because it's plastic, it might have a better chance to gem without the wax being all over it. I don't know if there's gum in here. There might not be gum in here, so this might be the way to go if you're actually like trying to pull a gem mint one. I don't know, but that's one of my goals. That's one of the things that I want to do the most. You know what? Let me go get some scissors. I'm gonna cut these. It's just gonna make it a little bit easier to keep it. You know what? Let's rip one and see how it goes. Let's rip one. It's not that bad. I just don't want to damage the cards any more than I have to, because I want to try to have the best chance to get a gem mint that I can. It wasn't that bad. That was actually a really easy pack to open. So, looking at the centering, I mean, they're bad. The centering on these is bad. Really bad. So we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, the centering on these are so bad. There's a Mariner. I'm not going to know all these players, but guys like this guy, Mark McGuire. The Puckett didn't look too bad centering, but it's the other way around. It was off from the bottom to the top instead of top to bottom. So it's just a luck thing, that certain card, how's it going to be cut, Is it going to be centered good? Is it going to be centered bad? We'll see how it goes when we get to the Griffey. The only card in the set that I really care too much about is the Griffey. I might sleeve the other Hall of Famers and just put them back in the box, but the Griffey is the only card in the set that I want to truly send into grade. There isn't any other ones that I think have enough value. Unless we're talking PSA 10, then yeah, Nolan Ryan might sell for like $40 or something, but is it worth it to even take the chance? No. So really, you're opening this product right here for the possibility of a 10 gem mint Griffey. That's what you're doing. After this pack, I'm going to go get a pair of scissors, because the way I opened the first one worked out pretty good, but this one, I don't know, it just didn't work out that great. I got a sharp knife right here, but I don't have scissors. Okay, so let's see if we get a Griffey in this pack. These packs, they're loaded with cards. I mean, it's a big pack. I think you get less packs per box, but without the wax involved and it being wrapped in plastic, I think it's so the bonds. It's a little off left to right. Top to bottom looks pretty decent though. If I pulled a Griffey like that, that would be pretty good. It would probably get a 9 or a 9.5. So, yeah. Let me go get a pair of scissors. I'll be right back, okay? Give me Give me like 10 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I got some scissors. I'm not playing games. I'm just not playing games. If there's a Griffey in here and it's centered and I damaged it because of a bad pack rip, I'll cry me a river. Just for funsies, let's see what number it is. 220? 220. I know my stuff. Okay. Come on, Griffey. Just the centering on him is bad. The checklist was, it just missed the Griffey. 243. The print on the cards looks okay. It's going to be a very tough 10 gem min, I'll say that. I'm probably better off just buying one. Spending well, actually, I actually have one. I already have a SGC 10. Yogi Berra. But I want to pull one and grade one. That's the deal. I want to pull one and grade one. I want to pull a 10. That's why I'm doing it. Is it madness? Is it? Is it madness? At one point, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, for sure, you could get an SGC 10 Griffey Bowman for about $180, maybe 200, 220. Wasn't too pricey. Too bad. And now I think they're probably going for about 400 or 500, maybe even 600. I don't know. PSA 10s I think are about 700. So that was a horrendous pack. I don't even know if I had a Hall of Famer in that one. I saw Jay Buhner, which was cool, you know, but doesn't have a ton of value. So let's see how this pack goes. Willie Randolph, Jesse Barfield. There's a Ken Griffey Sr. Doesn't look too bad. There's a Robin Yount. Robin. Oh, I didn't even know this card existed with Cal and his dad. I've never seen this card. That's kind of weird. I've opened up this product a lot of times too, and I don't recall ever seeing that card. There's the same Yogi Berra. Okay, so I'm a few packs in. I think this is number 5. No Griffey yet. I need to see him. I need to see him at least once. Other rookies in this set, just like a lot of the 89 sets, you know, pretty much the same guys. Randy Johnson does not have a Bowman card though. I wish that he did, because I think that Randy Johnson is probably the best value in all of sports cards. Because I see guys right now, they're all hyped up on like Paul Skeens. And I've seen too much. I watched Kerry Wood. I watched Strasburg. I watched Jacob deGrom. All guys that were just like good right-handed dominant pitchers, right? And, you know, they throw their arms out. They don't have that long of a career. Verlander and Max Scherzer are probably a couple of the last great ones that are right-handed. But even those guys, they they do not have the type of career accolades that Randy Johnson has. Randy Johnson, you know, he's got the World Series 2001. I think Verlander probably has a World Series too, but being number 2 in strikeouts behind Randy Johnson or behind Nolan Ryan. Their 300 career wins, just all the stuff that Randy Johnson has. And for his rookie cards to be, I mean, as cheap as they are compared to Griffey's, like, in my mind, Randy Johnson's a top 5 pitcher all time. And that's just my opinion. Depending on who you ask, you know, different people, different numbers. There's another one of those Ripken cards. But in my opinion, Randy Johnson, to pitch in the steroid era, obviously he didn't take him because he was just this tall, skinny string being of a guy. But for him to pitch in the steroid era and to put up the numbers that he put up clean, with his career stats, no brainer. And I'm sorry, but Paul Skeens, he's not going to have half the career that Randy Johnson did. But right now, Paul Skeens cards, they're selling for pretty good money. And what's going to happen with Paul Skeens in the next, 3 or 4 years, unfortunately, it's not going to be good. I know too much. I've seen too much. I've seen it happen over and over and over again to every guy. Who's this dude? Is this Bobby Witt? Stoudemire? I've never even seen this card. Weird. I've seen this card. That was a Palmeiro. I think Palmeiro was rookie like an 86 or something. So what I'm trying to say is that I think that Randy Johnson is the best value in sports. I really believe that. And I've been buying a couple here and there. I've bought some really nice ones, some 10 Donrusses, a 10 Upper Deck, a SGC 9.5 Upper Deck. I believe that Randy Johnson has a Topps Tiffany. I don't know for sure about the glossy. He should have a glossy. I've never seen it because I never actually searched for it, but he does have the Fleer because it's the Marlboro ad card. So I'm guessing that he has a glossy. So the glossy and the Topps Tiffany would be like the higher end rookies for him. But anything in a 9.5 or a 10, I think is just such a good value for him. I was watching this video. A couple of the bigger channels, they were talking about the looks of a player and how important it is, and I made the comment about Randy Johnson that obviously he's not that's a Ventura rookie. Obviously Johnson's not the greatest looking individual, he's not Mr. Handsome or whatever, but that might be a small reason why his cards didn't really explode like they should have, in my opinion. But I think in time that will change. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he just gets overlooked by Griffey too much same year. No, I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I think Griffey and Randy Johnson should almost hold the same value. I do think that Johnson should be last, but I think his cards are about like a third or maybe even a fourth of the price of Griffey. And I think it should be more like 3/4. A lot of value missing, in my opinion, with Randy Johnson. But that's just my opinion. All right. There's another McGuire. This one's, look how thin the bottom is. Look at that. These things are so off center. And some of the cards aren't as bad, Like the Maddox, there's a Maddox. Look how thick that top is. Look how small the bottom is. Golly. Severely off-centered. That's a Mike Schmidt. This one's not too bad. It's bad. It's bad. Mike Greenwell. as boring as this product is, it's one of my favorite things to open. I like the simplicity of it. I like the fact that it's the first year back from so many years, you know. 1989 was a great year for baseball because my favorite player was a rookie. So yeah, I had bought 2 of these boxes, and I think I'm just gonna put the other one to the side and just keep it unopened. Oh my goodness, look at this card. Look at the centering on this card, you guys. Holy crap. There's 2 Mariners back to back. Darnell Coles, 217. 204. 267, Tom Glavine. That's a second-year Glavine. Steve Avery, we've seen that card already. Seen this card like 3 times. Seen that card the last pack. Mike Greenwell, I've seen him a few times. All right. I don't know. Like, I know that there's been a few cards that we've seen multiple times, like 2, 3, 4 times maybe, even. I wish those could have been Griffey's that we've seen that many times. That way I feel like I might have a better chance with just the centering on them. That card's got a big old crease in it right there. Look at that. Can you guys pick that up? See that? Big old crease in that card. Pack fresh does not mean 10. Does not mean 10. When eBay sellers put, oh, it's pack fresh, does not mean nothing. That's a trick. It's just a trick. Okay, there's a Bo Jackson. Card's not in bad shape. It's a good looking card. Centering's okay. It's not great. Bo Jackson, he was a big deal around this time. He was a big deal. Bo knows. Probably one of the best, most fun athletes to watch of my childhood. Bo Jackson. Got a Wally Joyner on the back of this pack. He was a pretty good player for a while. Wally Joyner. I think he had a good name. Oh, I thought that was a Griffey. See, I've seen this card now. I don't know how many times. Tino. This might be a Tino Martinez rookie. It is. Dave Righetti. Tom Glavine, second year. God, I've seen this card how many times? We've seen that card like 5 times now. A little bit too much for my liking. I'll say that. I think that was about halfway through the box. Where are we on time? Almost 20 minutes? Ugh. It just takes a long time to go through all these cards. It takes a long time. They're big packs. Pascual Perez. Sean Dunston. Hey, there's the Egger. Egger. The Eck. Dave Stewart. Nice little A's pack. Man, I loved the A's back in the day. Around this time, early 90s, I loved the A's. Mark McGwire, Canseco, Ricky Henderson, Eckersley, Todd Van Poppel. I mean, there was just so much promise, and Nando. I love the A's. The A's were like my favorite team back in the day. So I grew up in Fresno, California, which is like Central California, and most people here were either Giants, A's, or Dodgers fans. I just like baseball, so I liked everybody. But to me, my two favorite players were Canseco and McGwire out of all the California teams. And then I got a little bit older, probably like 95, 96. And then out of all the California teams, I think Bonds took over for my favorite over McGwire. I started to like Bonds more because of my friend, mainly. My friend, his name was Charles. He was a big Bonds fan, and I was a big Griffey fan. Because Griffey was my favorite player, but out of the California players, it was Canseco and McGwire. That's a pretty cool Ted Williams card. I like that card. Nice classic image. Simple. Classy. Classy looking. I like it. Still no Griffies. Do I gotta sing my King Griffey Jr. song? I think I might need to. This is the pack right here. If I don't see a Griffey, I'm gonna start singing. Seen this Billy Ripken a couple times, at least. Who is this dude? Let's see. Chris Brown. There's a Ripken. Haven't seen him yet. It gives me hope that maybe Joe Carter. Is that Brett Boone? It is. Or is it Bob Boone? He looks just like Brett Boone. That's crazy. I thought it was Brett Boone just by the photo. But yeah, Brett Boone would have probably been a rookie like in 94 or something. I don't know. Eddie Murray. That's an undervalued guy in sports right here. Eddie Murray, Ryan Sandberg. Eddie Murray just put up a nice, long, solid career. Real consistent. Didn't crazy dazzle, but just got the job done and put up good, consistent numbers over a long time. Real quiet. 3,000 hits, 500 home runs. Steroid era. Never tested positive for nothing. Just and what a great player. And he was a guy you didn't want to mess with. He'd fight you, you know. Eddie Murray. He always had his back, his teammates' back. Big time undervalued guy in sports cards right there. Eddie Murray. There's another Palmeiro, Chet Lemon, Pedro Guerrero, Dave Schmidt. Is it Henderson? Yep, Dave Henderson. There's another Griffey Sr. Seen that card once already, so that's the second time we've seen that. Half the tables were turned just the other way. Those could be Griffey rookies, not Griffey Sr. cards, but we haven't seen any Griffey Jr. rookies yet. I still feel hopeful. I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. You got 7 more packs. I'm pretty hopeful still that we're going to get one. Might be on the back right here. No, it's not. It's Jeffries. I got an idea. I'm going to sing my Griffey song, and I'm going to look at the cards backwards and look at the numbers. We're looking for 220. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. Where is my Ken Griffey Jr. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. It's a big set. A lot of cards in this set. So, you're not guaranteed to get one. Okay, that didn't work. That did not work, guys. So, I think what I'm going to do on this pack is just go back to normal. Or I could try it again just to say that I tried it 2 packs because I've opened so many the traditional way. Yeah, let's try it one more time. Let's see what this guy is. Richie Asburn. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. Where is my Ken Griffey Jr. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. There's a Ripken. I want my Ken Griffey Jr. Where is my Ken? No! Dang it. Where the heck is this Griffey at, man? What's going on? So let's look at the Ripken. I've seen worse. The card's mint as far as the card, but centering isn't perfect. Probably get an 8.5 just because it's not center grid, which I don't like that, but it is what it is. All right. Come on, Griffey. Where you at, buddy? Come on, Griff. Show me your face, Griff. Oh, man. Come on, man. I've seen that Brady Anderson. I've seen the Mike Schmidt. I've seen these cards already, man. But you know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen a Griffey. Hey, Nolan Ryan. I haven't seen him yet. Left to right looks really good. Top to bottom a little off. Not terrible, but pretty good. Canseco. Duke Snider. I think in New York in the 50s, they had 3 of the greatest center fielders almost ever at the same time. They had Duke Snider, they had Willie Mays, and they had Mickey Mantle. There's a song about those 3. Something in the Duke. Can't think of how it goes right now. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool song. And what did Duke Snider and Willie Mays do? They came to California. One went to the LA Dodgers and one went to the San Francisco Giants. That's a pretty decent looking pucket, except for it's off top to bottom. The top is real thick compared to the bottom. So, yeah, centering in this box has just been very, very bad. Is that John Smoltz? Yes, it is. I'm going to keep him upside down. Will Clark, Mariner. Is that Ozzie? Yeah, it's Ozzie Smith. Ozzie. Mickey Mantle. Whoa, what's going on, man? Whoa. I'm just kidding. That is a pretty cool Mantle card. It's not original, obviously. Came out of a 1989 box. but it's a cool card nonetheless. It's probably worth about 10 cents. If it was graded at 10, it might be worth the cost of grading. Maybe. I don't know. If I see one more Ben Smith bearded Montreal Expos card or whatever team he was on, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. There's another Egger. Why aren't these Griffies? I mean, Egger, I love you, but come on, man. Why aren't these Griffies? Jose Rijo. Haven't seen that one yet. Kirk Gibson. Haven't seen that one yet. There's hope. There's hope. There's a chance. That's a pretty big player right there. Colton Fisk. I have got 2 packs left. I don't believe this. I cannot believe I have not pulled a Griffey out of this box. I don't believe it. This is insanity. Like, I thought for sure that I would get at least one Griffey. I thought for sure at least one. I've never opened one of these. Now, in almost every single wax pack box that I've ever opened, I've got one. Sometimes I've gotten sometimes I've gotten 2. But for this big old box with all these cards, I just don't believe it. It's crazy. And I've seen so many cards multiple times. Like this guy right here, I've seen this card like 5 times. This was not a sealed box, so I mean, this guy, Steve Finley, I've seen this card like 5, 6 times. I feel like this box has been just gone through. Like somebody must have taken a case and figured out where they put more Griffies more often, and you know, I don't know if they reseal. I don't think they could reseal those, but man, like they must have just shuffled around the packs or done something, because this is ridiculous. The Crime Dog. To not get one, Royce Clayton. Like, I don't know, man. This is just insanity. To not get one? Not even one? Wow. That one stings, guys. That one stings a lot. That was my last pack. No Griffey rookies in this box. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it, man. That's crazy to me. Golly. Got some good players, got some good cards. But at the end of the day, honestly, these cards are like, they're just not that valuable. This Edgar Martinez has a weird donut print on his face. See that? That's awful. Quality is just bad. The centering's bad. I don't even think there's any point in doing anything with these cards. I'm just going to put them back in the box and call it a loss, because I didn't get any Griffies. Nothing worth grading. Just a big old hot mess of a box, honestly. It was fun to open. Costing me $80, but I'm not getting my money back on that box for sure. I didn't even sleeve up the rookies or the Hall of Famers or nothing. I just put everything back in the box. The better cards are on top. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And stay tuned for my tag grading. It's coming soon. All right, guys. See you in the next one.